Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Heroes Chapters 6 and 7. As I'm sure you noticed, I did not update last week. I was just really busy, and by the time I got around to Heroes, it was already Sunday, so I figured I'd just do it with Chapter 7. As I said in my Evening Zero video, and as I will say in my Fairy Tale video tomorrow, yeah, that's kind of what happened there. So anyway, when we last left our heroes, Haru, Shiki, and Natsu had all met up. They kind of got along, discussed the nature of clues. Then Genesis showed up and started beating the tar out of them. Also, the rest of the characters are not doing so great against the kind of shadow monster things. So that's still going on, and Ellie can sense that Haru is currently being strangled by Genesis. So let's jump right on into Chapter 6, Attack. And our cover picture here is Let and Gajeel in a fierce chess match, refereed by Moscow. And I'm a big fan that Levi is there with Gajeel, seemingly plotting out Gajeel's game for him. Anyway, we open where we left off last time, with Haru being choked, held up in the air by Genesis. Now die, wielder of the holy stones. And we see both Natsu and Shiki are ready with a powered-up fist for Genesis. And he just kind of leans his head out of the way, and the two punch each other. Not their smartest move. That hurt! What do you think you're doing, punk? What do you think you're doing? You should have dodged and not hit me! Same to you! And Genesis kind of smiles at their bickering. But somehow, that kind of backing up move made him let go of Haru. Which I don't actually see happening here, but sure. Haru coughs as he kind of recovers himself. You want a piece of me? Bring it on! And Haru just kind of looks at them. Yo, this is no time to fight each other. Can it? And they both punch Haru. This is really just not the time for this. Seriously, guys, cut it out. Now is not the time for bickering, and he gets into. Then stay out of it. You can try pulling your punches, you know. Oh, I'm definitely pulling my punches. You're really ticking me off. And Genesis kind of smiles at them. Oh, honestly, that's enough. And the three of them stop fighting and start to focus on who they're supposed to be fighting. When it all ends, it all begins. Alteris, my castle of imagination is complete. And we see the town is kind of, formed into this creepy tower-looking thing with eyes all over it. What in the heck? When did he... The power of creativity, so it really can do anything. I could have simply killed you outright, but I'd rather have more fun with my powers. So I decided to make the most of them while I kill you. That is almost certainly going to be his undoing. You will suffer, you will weep, and you will writhe in despair. And he vanishes. He's gone, that little... This is not good. We have to stop him and fast, or else... and Happy interrupts him. But where did he go? Poon. He should be somewhere inside this castle. And Natsu and Shiki are right back to bickering, which is not really where the relationship was before this chapter. This is your fault for wasting time, says the guy who hit me. And Haru is just tired of them. Listen up. This is no time to be fighting. That jewel he has, Oasis, is a crazy powerful stone that can make anything he imagines real. But I thought the Oasis was a place. If it's not, then where's Homura? Natsu doesn't really give a shit about any of this. I don't care about your stupid rocks. I'm gonna pay that guy back, without your help. You're no match for him on your own. I can't let him make fools out of Fairy Tale. You do what you want. I'm going to save Homura. I will pay him back for this, in the name of Fairy Tale. Whatever. I don't want your help anyway. Yeah, this is not what y'all should be doing. This is not the way. Bad boys. And the three of them all go their separate ways, which is dumb. Y'all should not be doing that. Not necessarily from a writing standpoint, but from, the three of them. I don't know. The idea of Natsu not relying on... he's just met Haru, but he's already befriended Shiki. And so it's weird for him to not try to help Shiki, I think. Anyway, as a result of all of the Alteris shit, Lucy and Rebecca are together. What happened? How did we get in here? I thought we were outside. And hey, where's everybody else? Do we get separated? What are we gonna do? I'm the weakest of our whole group. What? You're weaker than that little girl? I'm not sure if that's true, Lucy, given that you are an incredibly powerful celestial spirit mage. And anyway, some footsteps are approaching. Somebody's coming. Eek! Haru! And it's Ellie. So there's definitely an active attempt to bring the, I guess, analogs together. You know, the last couple of chapters had Haru, Natsu, and Shiki together, as did the first half of this chapter. Now we see Rebecca, Lucy, and Ellie together. So yeah. And they're both, like, really shocked. A girl. Hey, did you see Haru come by here? What? Who? Guy with spiky silver hair. I'm looking for a guy with spiky pink hair. Spiky black hair for me, says Rebecca. Oh, you mean Musica? No, I don't think so. This bit very much seemed lambasting, Mashima's, like, tropes of character design. You know. Also, speaking of, similarly placed characters, Gray and Musica are together. What is going on here? Musica says he's, looking around. I'm suddenly in a different place, and all my friends are gone. Ah, and the two of them notice each other. Who are you? Who are you? And why are you naked? I'm wearing pants. Oh, man. And there's someone else there. Is that Wise? Yeah, it's definitely Wise. First, the search party gets lost. Then the party searching for them gets lost. Wise Steiner from Eden Zero. So my problem with this chapter, though, is I at least try to do different voices for different characters. I'm one person, and I'm in no way an established voice actor, so there's only so much I can do. But, like, you know, Natsu would have a different voice from Lucy, would have a different voice from Gray, would have a different voice from Urza, and Shiki would have a different voice from Rebecca, would have a different voice from Wise, would have a different voice from, Homura, but those kind of all match up to be the same voice when I read it. Maybe not Homura and Urza, but the other three, definitely. I can't quite speak for Raidmaster, but honestly, Ellie and Lucy and Rebecca end up with the same voice as I'm reading it, as does Haru with Shiki and Natsu. Musica and Gray have the same voice, and kind of Wise as well. So it's kind of a pain to read. Anyway, what I'm saying is, Shiki came to find Homura, I came to find him, and now here we are. You lost me back there. I met a guy named Shiki. So you guys are friends of Shiki's. So yeah, he at least Gray kind of is, you know. Speaking of pairing your characters together, Urza and Julia, and they are certainly right about to find Homura. Damn, we have been separated. I must find my friends. Let, where did you go? And then they see the shadow monsters approaching. Monsters? And then they're just cut down by Homura. What did I say? It is not safe here. Who are you? You're skillful with a sword. And why is every single person I meet wearing a swimsuit? Julia's here asking the real questions. Well, we are on a tropical island. 'Tis a land of burning heat. I'd almost rather be naked. Oops, I spoke my mind aloud again. Maybe I should take my clothes off. So yeah, we see Homer and Urza are also getting much the same voice here. Julia, not so much. Hey everybody, where are you? Now we're with Wendy and Carla and Pino and Let. If you paid some attention, we'd never have gotten separated. And Pino, like, the kitty is human now! And Wendy turns back. Mr. Let? Why are you so far away from us? Oh, well, she is a dragon slayer. She is not a girl to be trifled with. I love that. For a minute there, I was worried we were going to get in some uncomfortable messed in Wendy territory with Let, but he's just really terrified by the term dragon slayer, which is fair. Anyway, we see that Genesis has made himself a little throne at the top of Alteris. Now, let's begin. Time to imagine the end of the world. And we see this rumbling as in the room with the three main female protagonists, It's the tentacles are back. Monsters! It's the tentacles again! Gross. Julia, Homura, and Urza have the shadow monsters to fight. We'll cut our way through. Indeed! And while Homura and Urza are, like, slashing their way through, Julia is just, like, choking a monster. Maybe I should learn how to use a sword. Vile creatures. They're stronger than before. I'll make your arms stronger, Mr. Let. Team Let and Wendy are also dealing with the shadow creatures. And we see that's extending to the Fairy Tale Guild Hall. Alright. What are those things? Back in the main guild, the shadow monsters are also there. Monsters! Monsters in the guild! And the Strauss siblings are, like, very gung-ho about this. Alright, everyone, let's send them packing. Yeah! A man defends his guild! They would deliberately attack while Grey-sama is away? And one of the shadow monsters has, like, grabbed Kana's alcohol barrel. You little! How dare you touch my booze? Whatever, let's just bust some heads, Gajil's super pumped. You can count on me. There's more over this way! And then the Thunder God tribe is also getting ready. It's been a while. Let's go crazy. Guys? Not inside the building. Makarov does not want to deal with this. In a certain town, more Rave Master characters, who I certainly don't... I think they recognize this chicken-looking mascot dude. What in the world are these monsters? Does this mean Haru and the others failed? Oh no, Poyo! Oh no, Poyo! Back on True Island, and Alteris. You're not bad at this, Gray. So you manipulate ice? Neither are you, Musica. So you manipulate silver? We are about to see a bromance for the ages, I reckon. And what about you, Wise? And Wise is fiddling around with some tech. Musica's, like, angry at him. Hey, maybe help us fight here? Would I manipulate his machinery? I can't say too much. Something about maintaining order or something or other, but anyway. There. It's finished. Our secret weapon. I call it Heroes. And it's stylized the same way the title is. Alright, that's gonna lead to some interesting things, I reckon, as we jump right into Chapter 7 of Heroes, Session. And we have Wendy, Hermit, and the, I think, red-haired girl from last chapter. It's black and white, so I can't tell hair color, of course. But what I think is red. At the beach, making a sandcastle. And we open on Rebecca, who the tentacles are gone, and now she's fighting shadow monsters, which makes much more sense. She's shooting her arrows at them. Lucy is... It looks like she's using some kind of water power, which I guess she's... So my first... Like, she doesn't... So when is this set from Fairy Tail's perspective? Because we know it's definitely post-Alvarez. Because I think someone noticed Gray has the scar from his suicide attempt. But in 100 Years Quest, Lucy does not have the key. You know, that's the thing when they meet Brandish when they're kept chasing after Diabolos. Brandish is like, yeah, the key's back, and I'm going to get it first. So I don't know how she'd be utilizing this power. I'm not sure. Anyway, Ellie is just going like gung-ho at the monsters. What are those weapons? They're so cool. And Rebecca, like, really wants those Tonfa guns. I know, right? They're my upgraded Tonfa blasters. They can shoot magic bullets. That's great, but there's still just as many monsters as ever. Oh, and the tentacles are still there, because they just grabbed Lucy. Lucy? No! Hey, what are you doing, you perv? And the tentacle is lifting up her bikini top, because of course it is. I hate the tentacles so much. They're so cliche. They're just kind of like lazy writing. Like, normally Mashima at least puts the barest amount of effort into his fan service. This is just, the villain summons tentacles to torment the girls because he's horny. Alright. Stop! Well, it's only girls here, but do her a favor and stop anyway. Everyone will see everything! Just in time, and Natsu shows up and has accidentally groped Lucy! Alright. Nice save, Natsu. I guess it is technically saving us from a nipple shot, but still, And not Lucy is like terrified. That sure was close, Lucy. And Happy walks over to her. Lucy, what happened to thank you? Natsu. He just grabs her. This is Rebecca and Ellie. Spiky pink hair. Just, And Natsu is finally realizing when he's grabbed. Excuse me, Natsu. Would you get your hands off of me? But then everyone will see. There's only girls here. And besides, you're groping me. I'm glad someone's bringing it up. Right then Haru shows up. Are you okay, Ellie? Poon. Spiky silver hair? And Natsu was kind of annoyed that Haru's back. No looking! And she just Ellie just shoves... Oh, she shoves the tonfa blasters into Haru's eyes and then pushes him away. Gah! Such violent weapons. Eep! So... Oh no, that's Rebecca. For a second there I thought Lucy had star-dressed into something else. So many bugs. Oh, Shiki has popped it right behind her, hiding in her butt. Would you not hide your face in my butt? And those aren't bugs anyway. Natsu and Haru. Get off of me, Shiki! Shiki and Haru. Ow! Natsu and Shiki, I think. They're all there, in various states of not goodness. And Rebecca, Lucy, and Ellie just scream out, just do something about these monsters already! And the three of them just, immediately go into battle positions. Wow, they're good. Despite it all, they are dependable. All three in perfect sync. And all three of them either glare at each other or at the monsters. I can't quite tell. No argument! Oh, Rebecca and Lucy immediately figure out what's going on and just whap them on the head. Aw, don't hit them, the poor things. Did you not just jab batons in your guys' eyes? And girls, the way you're dressed is way too provocative for Haru. Is that a thing with Haru? I don't remember. It's been 6 or 7 years since I watched Rave Master. Lucy always dresses like this. Only at the beach! Oh wow, Rebecca, that's a gutsy outfit you've got on. You just noticed it? So that's the kind of a weird thing, though. Because, Natsu has never exactly been portrayed as incredibly horny. But Shiki is. Shiki, we saw it just in the Belial Goer arc of Eden Zero. He and Wise at the strip club, and, Homer had to drag them out of it. Also, what the fuck is going on in this middle panel on page 8? There are a pair of legs sticking out. I don't exactly know what's going on there. Ellie, too. She dances in a getup that's practically a bikini, too. And Shiki and Natsu are really shocked by that. I can't imagine that. It might be cute. And then, right then, everyone else shows up. And Urza speaks up, it is a fair point. We may be at the beach, but this clothing does not suit the task at hand. Shiki, Rebecca, Urza, Homura! I love how, the pure, innocent, wide eyes that Shiki and Rebecca get at seeing Homura. It appears everyone has been reunited. I was worried for a while there. Julia, you're okay! What a relief. And Wendy, I'm glad all you little ones are okay, too. I'm a little one. I love how, fucking Pino, I'm a little one, in case we forgot. Would you not lump me in with them? Master Poon, Carla! How did you all find each other? The what's it device? Mech? I didn't get it. That guy had a thing we used. That's, I guess, whatever the heroes did. Also, I'm very glad that we are, acknowledging that maybe swimsuits are not the right choice of attire for this series right now. Heroes. Helix Effect Radical Operations Searcher. Basically, it's a navigational system to help you find people you know. Alright, sure it is. Sure, Mashima, I'll give you that. And Rebecca, what are you doing here, Wise? Are you lost too? Like Homura? I am not lost. We were impounded in Moscow. What a beautiful perfume. And Moscow and Ichio see each other again. Moskoy, man. And they just hug each other very tight. What's that all about? That is a good voice. Moskoy. Really? Is that a thing with Ellie? Was she into voices? Anyway, somewhere else on Alteris. The throne room, very clearly. Oh ho, so the outsiders have all assembled, have you? Do you still intend to defy me? Then allow me to show you the true terror of my creativity. And we see this dark mist start to rotate around Oasis, and it's presumably what the shadow monsters are made of, as it kind of all starts to slam into the ground all around him. There is no end to what I can do. Nothing is impossible for the imagination. Writhe in despair. Bow before my infinite power. And we see this kind of circular cloud thingamabob kind of radiate out of a true island. As it spreads to the certain town where the rave guys are, and we see the shadow monsters attacking the citizenry, and they're chasing some of them. The drones, not drones, miniature scouting Lacrima, right? Yeah, those. According to them, the monsters are leaving the island and attacking towns all over the world. What? We cannot allow this to continue. So before I go any further, here's an interesting thing. So, back in chapter, I think, 70, 71 of one of the chapters I read today for Eden Zero, they mentioned Lacrima for the first time, I think. And we know Lacrima is a big thing in fairy tales and can store magic power. Of course, we are all well aware of Lacrima in there. But that was kind of the first time it came up in Eden Zero. And here, it's something that's seen as kind of low-tech enough that the peoples of this more primitive planet can, still know that it exists. I don't know. Anyway. Where was I? According to them, the monsters are leaving the island and attacking towns all over the world. What? We cannot allow this to continue. I wish we could stop him somehow with that power. Everything he imagines becomes real. That's not even close to fair. We see they've all gathered into roughly a circle, with the exception of Moscow and Ichiya, who are just in their own little world. It's his Darkbring, the Oasis, and there's no way to stop it. And Hermit calls in! Well, there might be one way. Hermit! And Gray, the fairy tale team are all shocked at this kind of, hologram video chat. What the heck is that? A communication Lacrima? Something like that. And we see Witch and Sister and Happy are also all there. Hello, Great Demon King. How are you? There's a me over there? Happy asking the real questions. Damn it, Moscow. Who said you could wander off? Give me some quiet. We did some digging and found a few facts about that island. It looks like that island has a secret. A secret? Oh yeah, I heard a saying, the truth of this world lies dormant. That's a bold claim. And that Darkbring, the Oasis, its energy actually comes from somewhere else on the island. What do you mean? Are you saying the rock hanging from his neck isn't the real stone? Which means, while Genesis is distracted, you will proceed to where we believe the real stone is. If you can destroy it, you'll put a stop to his creative powers. Yes! Maybe we can actually pull this off. But be careful. That was Haru, and then Hermit continues, but be careful. The monsters are multiplying, and a lot of them are near the energy source. And Natsu kind of shifts his scarf. No problem. We'll just send them all packing. We'll work together. Arashiki adjusts his goggles. If anybody can do it, we can! Yeah! And the whole squad gets ready to bring the fight to Genesis. And that's the end of the chapter. That's where we're at on Heroes. Alright. So this is the same kind of tumultuous mix of good and bad that Heroes has been giving for pretty much its entire run. Chapter 6 is all around a good time. Seeing how the different crew... I think I'm not a big fan of, Haru, Natsu, and Shiki's, ignoring Genesis to fight each other. Didn't quite feel real to their relationships, as we've seen so far. But having the groups, come together with their, I guess, their others, their matches, was a good way of, seeing, the similarities and differences between the archetypes. Between Lucy, Rebecca, and Ellie, between Gray, Musica, and Wise, between Urza and Homura, and I guess Julia. I don't really know. Julia, that didn't quite seem to match the two of them. That felt more like we needed another like power girl to go with Urza and Homura, and Julia just kind of got stuck in that role. Let's see what else is there in chapter 6. Oh, again, I love Let being terrified of Wendy. It's the funniest thing I've seen. Like, he's this, like, super composed dude normally, but he's just scared to death of her, and it works. Also, given the fact that we see the Shadow Monsters in the Fairy Tale Guild Hall, and twice in that town where the other Rave Warriors are, I'm curious how those other characters are going to factor into what I think are the last 3 chapters. I think we're ending on chapter 10. But don't hold me to that. Then chapter 7 is a much more iffy chapter at times. Particularly, the tentacles, again, don't work. The long extended gag of Natsu groping Lucy and Shiki hiding in Rebecca's butt. And everyone's kind of freaking out about sexualizing the female protagonists of their respective series. It's just all kind of a meh thing to me. But once the gang all comes together again, it all starts to work out a little better. Moscow and Ichia are always perfect. And then, yeah, we have something approaching a plan now. There's apparently a real Darkbrain somewhere else on the island, and the Oasis that Genesis has been using isn't quite the real one, or something? I don't know. But anyway, the gang is all going in. I love this final 2-page spread of the whole squad coming in to bring the fight to Genesis. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the last 3-ish chapters have in store. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapters and the video itself. If you did, don't forget to drop me a like or subscribe or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!